Y'all, in today's video we're just going to do a fun little mini get ready with me and review some of the latest products that have dropped in the beauty space. So I'm going to do a mini review on K-18. That's the Biomimetic Hairscience product that you might see in your local salon, and it's now also at Sephora. We're going to hear if this is worth the price, at least in my opinion, with my thick, coarse, dyed, processed, heat-styled hair. We're also going to hear what I think about the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder by Jouer. They already had a line of these Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powders, but they were in shades. This is supposed to be translucent. It's not exactly translucent, but the difference is that it's radiant. We're going to hear my thoughts on this. The new release by Caliray. The owner of Caliray used to be associated with Urban Decay. This is her new tubing mascara. This is just kind of a fun brand with some fun marketing and fun branding, and I'm always interested in a good mascara. So let's see what this is about. And Buxom. It's been so long since Buxom has come out with anything that I can remember grabbing, but at one time in its heyday, it was sort of a holy grail product for many of us. I still like my primer-infused Buxom Wanderlust blushes and Seashells and Mykonos and Dolly. And the two Dolly palettes, the larger Dolly palettes, the original Dolly palettes that came out, were pretty popular. And I think I actually hit pan on quite a few of those shades. They're not in my collection anymore. But when they released these two new mini palettes, Darling Dolly and Diva Dolly, I was interested in just checking them out, seeing if they were the same quality that I remembered, if I loved them as much as I loved the original. I definitely like the color story. This is the warmer one. Actually, the Darling Diva is more for night looks. This is maybe more for day looks. But the Darling Diva has not shown up at my doorstep yet. Only this one, so I have contacted them and they are sending it out. But we'll review this one today. I have been playing with it. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, stick around. We're going to get right into it. So thank you for spending some time with me today. I'm Mona. This channel, we focus on things for the mature woman, beauty, skincare, and lifestyle. And if you haven't subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button if these things are things that you like to hear about. Press the notification bell and you'll know when I upload a new video. So let's get into the looks on these things. I already have my skincare done and the foundation of my face is done. And since the second gloss, the Glamourtini Cream Gloss by Buxom, has not come in, this is more of a lip gloss. The other one's more of a lip product. I went ahead and lined my lips with Pat McGrath's Suburbia shade in her Permagel liners. I thought that this would go good with the Dolly palette. Let's start, though, with talking about the K-18. I had one of my orders messed up at Sephora, and they were kind enough to send me 6 of these samples. These come in two prices, $49 and $75 or $78. They're pretty pricey, but managing my hair is difficult. I'm going to zoom you out. You can kind of see how long it is. But pretty good length to my hair, and I color it, and I bleach it occasionally to have the highlights. So it's processed. Although I try to take care of it, really good care of it, and I try not to blow dry it, and I try not to heat style it too much, it does sort of take a beating at times, and so it's important that I use good products on my hair, or I'd have to take some of the length off. And I've been using Olaplex or Davines products, and they're good. I definitely like the Davines products, but I've switched hairdressers lately, and they don't carry Davines, so I've been back to the Olaplex. And that helps while you're using it. But once you stop, my hair was really starting to get frizzy again and get unmanageable. It is due for a trim. I thought it'd be a good time to try it with hair that had a few dead ends and needed some trimming. This product is a leave-in molecular repair hair mask. You wash your hair like you normally do, and then you towel dry it. You don't use conditioner because you don't want that conditioner coating the strands of your hair, because then this is not going to be able to absorb in. After you've towel dried your hair, you apply this to your wet hair. You start with a dime size, and if your hair is as long as mine, you're going to need 2 dime size amounts. So these products, a little goes a long way, which you do hear a lot. Like the Olaplex, it's definitely true. I, on my hair, will have to use more. I feel like it is very smooth. I've used it 5 times. So what they recommend is that you use it 4 times in a row, 4 to 6 times in a row, and then after that you just use it for maintenance, and then you use it a couple to few times a week. I am going to buy the $29 size, and I'm going to try it for a little bit longer, and we'll talk about it again in my roundup of my faves and fails at the end of the month, and see if I'm still thinking that it might be worth the money. So this is supposed to coat from the inside out, and it's supposed to really get into your hair shaft and repair the bonds. So I'm curious to see how that's going to hold up. So let's take a closer look at Darling Dolly, and Darling Diva is on its way. This is $26 for a 5-pan mini palette in cardboard with a mirror, and you get 4.3 grams of product in these. I like minis. I like having one cohesive look in a palette. I've said that before. So minis appeal to me more than larger palettes. I think 5 pans is perfect. So let's look at this wet to dry formula and see how we like it. Now when you go to the site, it describes this as something about your angel side, and then your diva side is the other palette. So this one is meant to be gentler, lighter, more everyday, more neutral. It's definitely warmer than the other shades. You get 5 shades: Dreamy, Charm, Dazzle, Mesmerize, and Wow. We'll do swatches at the end. It includes Dreamy, which is this creamy white color that I really like having in a palette. The Darling Diva has a similar shade. I like to use this to just go in and set my lid. You can also use it to blend shadows or diffuse color or mix in with darker colors. And what I will tell you from use with this palette is that there is a lot of kick up in the pan. I should have zoomed you in. We're just going to do a quick look. I'm going to zoom through, and then we're going to talk about what I think about the palette. You can see there's definitely kick up. So if you don't like kick up, that's a deal breaker. This palette is not going to work for you. I'm just going to do both eye looks the same, and I'm just going to do a simple little look. I am going to go in the outer V with this dark color. This is the darkest color in the palette. It's a matte. You have a mix in here of mattes, metallics, and satins in here. I'm going to take a little tiny brush. This one, this shade in particular, packs a punch. Very powdery. I like to stamp this one on. If you do too much blending, it does blend out. Like you'll lose the pigment for sure. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the Dazzle, this pink shade right here. I'm going to go in with my finger. I really do like this color too. I'm going to take this Dreamy and I'm going to blend out the edges just a little bit with a clean brush. Being really careful just to stay on the top. And right here where the two colors join. going to bring that wow a little further in the crease. Okay, so I'm going to take and just line the under eye with this color Wow. And I'm going to go into the inner corner with this color Charm. I went and spritzed my brush. I had left my spritzer in my bathroom. So it's pretty, but it's definitely not intense. Now this Wow color, that one is intense, but I think it gives a pretty look. I'm going to line the upper lid with the shadow too. I'm just going to take this little Tarte brush, and I'm going to take that color Wow. I'm going to try to stay just on top of the lash line. Without taking up too much lid space. So you do have some fallout. I'm just going to take this big fluffy BK Beauty brush and brush that away. Okay, I'm going to go in with my Caliray tubing mascara. This is a mini. It's Come Hell or High Water mascara. You say it has like a teddy bear, bristles. They have this and liners, I think, available at Sephora right now. You get a pretty good look with just one coat. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do this eye just for the sake of time, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with this second eye done. What do y'all think of the looks? I think the palette is pretty. I think you can definitely not use as much of the Wow color and you can get a very soft, very pretty look. I think that you can get just as much value though from the e.l.f. bite-size palettes. I think that the Natasha Denona minis are maybe a better value also. I don't dislike this palette. I think that I will use it. Those are the swatches. Let's try on the new Dolly Buxom lip polish. So this is the sparkly one. And I'm just putting it on top of the Permagel liner by Pat McGrath in the color Suburbia, which is a good match. I do like these formulas. I've always liked these formulas. You get a tiny bit of plumping. You get a nice gloss. I don't find they're too sticky. A little bit minty, not burny, not too tingly. You feel a little tingle, but just to know it's there. It's a thick formula, which I like. If you do a swatch of this, you can see that the color on its own is light. It's just a light wash of color. And it has a sparkle. These are $21. I don't know. I think the drugstore could probably rival both of these, but I'm not unhappy with my look. So let's put on a little Buxom blush. Remember this Wanderlust primer-infused blush in the color Mykonos? I can't find my Dolly one. Still pretty and still one of my favorite blush formulas. I always did like the Buxom blushes. And I really do like the gloss. Let's try the Jouer to top it off. So like I said, this is the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder. I have dry skin, so I like a hydrating powder. I do like to set down my makeup sometimes with the light powder if I can find the right one. This is got an ambience, kind of a glow. It's radiant finish. I'm going to take this big BK Beauty 102 brush. I'm just going to dust it on the pan. And I'm going to kind of use it as a setting powder and a finishing powder and kind of buff it in. And I think this is really a pretty formula. I think I like the sparkle, or I shouldn't call it sparkle, I should say radiance. I like the radiance. I feel like it gives me a glow without emphasizing texture. It's lightweight. Kind of taken off a lot of the embossment, but the package is pretty. It is light. It doesn't feel really luxe, but I think the product is really nice. It comes in this little pouch like the higher end brands with the little Jouer symbol. So it's pretty, it's nice. I'm definitely going to enjoy the powder. So what do I think as a whole? I'm really liking the K-18. We're going to see how I feel about it at the end of the month. And I've had enough time, I feel like, to get a pretty good taste of it. And I think that for my thick, unruly, often dry looking hair, that it has eliminated that look. I am in need of a haircut. I am in need of a color. So my hair is definitely not fresh. But I think it's done well with the ends. I don't know what Darling Diva is going to bring us, but Darling Dolly by Buxom is a pretty color story. I think that the staying power of the eyeshadows has been there. I think you do have kick up in the pan. You also have a little fallout, so I'd recommend doing your eyes first. But if this is a color story that appeals to you, you could probably get a lot of enjoyment out of it. The Buxom lip polish. I remember why I love this formula. I still do. And I still love the Buxom blushes. The Caliray tubing mascara. If you like tubing mascara, this is definitely a winner. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I could have built this up for lots more of a vavoom. This is just 2 easy light coats. It does not clump. It does lengthen. It does volumize. I think it's really a pretty mascara. It has not smudged. It has lasted with me. I've found it quite lovely. And the fact that it comes in a mini and you can try it is also a plus. I'll have everything linked in the comments in case you'd like to try something. And let me know how you like these type of videos where we look at a lot of products in one, or if you prefer me to just focus on 1 or 2 products at a time. Thank you again for spending some time with me. I hope that your week is great. Go out and live like Mel.